afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Thanksgiving week.
Can you believe it?
No.
Thanksgiving is 3 days away. It really crept up this year,
really
didn't it?
And it's early, too.
It is, yeah.
It's early in the month, so
yeah.
We're going to be cooking with Donna Wyhoffen today.
Yes, we are. It's a tradition that's been going more than 3 decades already. Donna is going to share all of her Thanksgiving recipes with all of you in just a little while.
We'll get to that, but first, for the first time in more than 8 years, the United States men's national team played a game in the World Cup. We'll see how fans celebrated locally.
UW has enough dorm rooms for about 9,000 students. There were nearly 8,000 new freshman students alone this year. So that means the housing office needed to get creative. Andrew Banstra will explain.
And 5 people were killed, 19 injured after a shooting at a Colorado Springs gay nightclub over the weekend. The gunman will face murder and hate crime charges. Let's take a look outside. Sunny today, a little warmer.
Boy, the sunshine makes such a difference. It really felt mild.
Yeah, a lot of melting.
Very nice.
Smooth sailing. We like that. Julian's in the backyard, and hopefully it'll be that way at least through Thanksgiving.
As of right now, Mark, that's pretty much in our forecast for us. Lots of smooth sailing, especially for Turkey Day, which is, like Susan said, just 3 days away. It's kind of crazy how fast that's kind of gone for us. But let's get into the weather for us here. Taking a look outside, plenty of blue sky for us as we had a beautiful sunny day, and temperatures themselves were actually pretty nice for us as well. But for the rest of this evening, we will start to see that chill factor slide back in as we will be below freezing by the time we get into the 6 o'clock hour, especially with the clearing of our skies still sticking around for us. But some cloud cover will start to build as we get into the later part of tonight. Temperatures right now, 38 degrees, 41 in Janesville with 38 into Platteville. So not too bad, close to seasonable for some areas around this time of year, which is typically around 42 degrees. But for tonight, we're going to be seeing not as cold, but still a cold night once again for us. We're going to be looking at temperatures to bottom out around 21 degrees for Madison, 23 in Janesville, and 24 for Platteville. And we are going to be talking about a slight chance of seeing some rain on Thanksgiving. We'll be going over that in just a few moments. But a quick look at our traffic as of right now. Rather smooth sailing along the belt line as well. We're looking at it all green, even though we do have just a small little slow spot on the west side. Over towards the interstate, we're looking all green as of right now as we get our 4 p.m. commutes going for us. We'll talk more about the weather in just a few moments. Until then, back to you guys.
Smooth sailing all around. Julian, thank you. Soccer, or rather football purists, call it the beautiful game. The World Cup kicked off this week with an American men playing for the first time in the better half of a decade.
For more than 80 minutes today, it looked like we might just stage a beautiful opening round win.
But a 1-1 draw didn't dampen the spirits of U.S. soccer fans across the country and right here in Madison. Will Keneally was with some of them this afternoon. Will.
So, Mark, it wasn't quite the result that we were hoping for, but the crowd was still excited to be out here today. It's the first time that we've seen the U.S. men's national team on the World Cup stage since 2014, as they failed to qualify 4 years ago. That drew a crowd to Breese-Stevens Field, where Ford Madison hosted a watch party. Some missing school, some theoretically working while watching the match. And digital content director for the club, Evan Warwick, says they hope to keep this going in the future.
It just kind of made sense to invite fans over to the Forward Club and experience all the joy that soccer has during the World Cup. And, you know, Madison has such a vibrant soccer community that we want to kind of encapsulate that with our watch parties.
So 4 years ago, Ford Madison was still a little bit young, which is why this marks the first World Cup for the club. And Warwick says that they want to do this for other tournaments like the the European Club Championships. And the club will have their facilities open from 7 to 3 for the rest of the World Cup to allow fans to watch, except for Thanksgiving. Reporting from Madison, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
Will, thank you. The American Family Insurance Championship returned this year, raising over $2 million for charitable organizations. This brings the total amount of money raised to approximately $14.8 million since the time of the championship's inaugural event in 2016. At today's event, the total proceeds raised and the charitable organizations that will be receiving them were announced. The event featured host and golf player, Wisconsin native, well-known name, Steve Stricker.
How much this means to me to be able to do this, to give back to the community, the place that I call home, the place that I grew up, and I'm a mess, but it does. It's a very, very important day for all of us, and thank you so much. And we're so happy to be able to help everybody here.
You can see how much it means to Steve, getting very emotional. Stricker has been the brand ambassador for American Family Insurance since 2013. Among the recipients of the proceeds are the American Family Children's Hospital in Madison and the Badger Childhood Cancer Network.
It's a lot of money. Well, UW-Madison's record-high freshman enrollment presents a double-edged sword. A renewed interest in getting a degree, but a real issue on where to put all those students.
It led the university to ask students if they'd take a deal, $5,000 to ditch the dorms. Our Andrew Banstra spoke with the UW and explains what the housing squeeze is all about. Andrew?
UW has about enough dorms for 9,000 people, and there were nearly 8,000 freshmen alone on campus this year, so you do the math. The housing office got creative. They turned double rooms into triples and converted lounges into quads. When that wasn't enough, they offered returning students $5,000 or a free apartment for students that ditched the dorms, while freshmen who lived off campus got a free meal plan.
I liken it to an airplane flight that's been overbooked, where you need to see who's willing to take a different option and who's needs to stay with the option they've selected. And so we offered a few incentives to our students if they were able to live off campus.
In total, 76 students took the free apartment in Eagle Heights, a university-owned complex where international and graduate students typically live. Another 200 students took either the $5,000 or the free meal plan. At 6, we'll talk with one of the students who did take the deal. She explains why, in her mind, it made sense.
Andrew, thank you. We'll see you at 6. Flags across Wisconsin were lowered to half-staff today to honor the victims of the Waukesha parade tragedy on the 1-year anniversary of the deadly attack. 6 people were killed and dozens more injured when Darrell Brooks drove an SUV through the Christmas parade. Brooks was found guilty of 76 charges related to the incident and last week was sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of release. Governor Evers ordered flags to fly at half-staff today and commended those who helped in the moment and the days following the incident.
A powerful earthquake has killed at least 162 people in Indonesia. The earthquake measured 5.6 on the Richter scale and left thousands displaced. Hundreds of buildings have collapsed and landslides are preventing many from getting to the city's main hospital, which is also severely damaged. The government has erected tents outside of the hospital to shelter and treat those who are injured.
Police in Idaho still do not have a suspect in the murders of 4 students at the University of Idaho who were stabbed to death in their own home. Though police have cleared multiple people of wrongdoing, they are widening their investigation around the college town of Moscow. Residents have put up flyers asking the public for help.
Someone's murdered child in our community is everyone's murdered child in our community. I know that there's a monster out there that is capable of doing this, but it's hard to wrap my head around.
As for the environment on campus right now, the University of Idaho president told professors to prepare for 2 options, both in-person and remote learning, since some students don't feel safe on campus, but others seek comfort in their community. The suspected gunman in the LGBTQ nightclub shooting in Colorado Springs over the weekend is facing murder and hate crime charges.
The violence ended 5 lives, wounded more than a dozen other people, and rattled a welcoming community.
Marissa Armas has more from the scene.
A memorial outside Club Q in Colorado Springs is growing. A safe space now shattered after a gunman opened fire Saturday night.
I don't know where to go now.
It's probably going to take a long time for us to even be able to feel safe out there anymore.
Police say 22-year-old Anderson Lee Aldridge walked into Club Q Saturday and immediately began shooting with the long rifle, killing 5 people and wounding more than a dozen others. Patrons were able to subdue him until police arrived.
All we heard was just him kind of gradually going through the club and just shooting as he was kind of like walking. It was almost like target practice really for him.
The suspect was arrested on 5 murder charges and 5 charges of committing a bias-motivated crime, according to records obtained by the Associated Press. The DA's office says it's still reviewing the case before filing formal charges.
On the surface, it certainly has the trappings of a hate crime.
Investigators executed search warrants Sunday and scrubbed the suspect's social media accounts to see what kind of statements he made to other people.
As the community mourns victims and rallies around survivors, Colorado Springs mayor is drawing a line in the sand.
We are intent on ensuring that the actions of one lone male, regardless of what his motivations were, are not reflective of our community and don't define our community.
The flag at the state capitol is flying at half-staff in memory of the lives lost.
The suspect remains in custody at a local hospital.
The attack occurred on the eve of Transgender Day of Remembrance, which honors lives lost to violence.
Police are asking for the public's help to find a missing UW-Madison student who hasn't been heard from in more than a month. Family members of 19-year-old Enza Shun reported him missing on November 15th, and police have not been able to find him. According to an incident report from the Madison Police Department, Shun, an international student from China, has not had any connections with family or university resources in over a month. He was reportedly staying at a Super 8 hotel on the West Beltline Highway, but hotel staff last remember seeing him in mid-September, according to police. Well, it is nearly Thanksgiving, and many people are already on the move. AAA expects 55 million people will travel for the holiday. That is the third highest number it has ever recorded. Most will travel on the roads, but an 8% increase is expected at U.S. airports, the biggest since before the pandemic. Wednesday is expected to be the busiest travel day.
A turkey is fine to travel with through the checkpoint. Baked goods, cookies, pies, cakes, anything solid is fine. But when we get into those gravies, cranberry sauce, a bottle of wine, anything like that, it's not going to make it through the checkpoint. We know you'll be disappointed if you have to abandon it. So go ahead, either don't bring it at all or put it in your check bag.
Though hiring has been a challenge nationwide, the TSA is actively taking extra measures to account for staffing shortages. And when it comes to safety, the TSA says traveling with guns just slows people down. If you want to take one, there are instructions online for how to do it properly. Anyone who does not follow gun protocol will be fined up to $13,000, depending on the circumstances.
Well, two turkeys named Chocolate and Chip are the luckiest in the country right now. President Joe Biden spared the two gobblers in the annual tradition of the White House turkey pardon. How did the 46 and 47-pound birds get so lucky? Well, you can't say no strings were pulled. They were raised in North Carolina by the chairman of the National Turkey Federation, which has been supplying Thanksgiving turkeys to the White House since 1947.
We have more chickens than anybody in the nation in Delaware, but we don't have turkeys. Look at this. God love you. Now, this is Chocolate, right? It is. Chocolate, you are pardoned. You are pardoned. He said, you had to tell me that? Yeah, you are. Yeah, I'm serious. He said, I don't know, man. You didn't have to pardon me. I knew I was pardoned.
President John F. Kennedy was the first to pardon a turkey in 1963. The tradition didn't catch on, though. It took more than a quarter of a century to become an annual media event when President George H.W. Bush revived the tradition in 1989. Chocolate and Chip.
Chocolate and Chip, that's cute.
When we come back, we'll head to the movies with our film critic, Will Loper.
We'll find out what movie topped the box office, and Will has suggestions on new shows and movies to stream when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Remember this? Forecasts are predicting an unreasonably cold and snowy winter. Now's the time to winterproof your home with USA Insulation. 35% more efficient than traditional insulation. Our foam in your walls keeps the cold air out and your warm air in. It's like putting a coat around your entire home. Call now before winter and get a $500 early bird discount.
USA Insulation.
It's a fact. 2 out of 3 Americans who qualify for Medicare do not receive all the benefits they deserve. You could be missing out. Now, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield introduces a free Medicare plan checkup to make sure you receive all the benefits you qualify for in 2023. Call 1-855-597-0884 today and receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium. Benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. And to help you stay healthy at home, you can have free prescription drug delivery, online doctor visits 24/7, and free exercise classes. You can even receive money towards over-the-counter health items. Call 1-855-597-0884 today and feel confident you have all the benefits you deserve for 2023. You can receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium, like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. Call 1-855-597-0884 and make sure you're not missing out.
It's time to get more at the Russ Darrow Black Friday sales event. It's our largest selection of the year, and more selection means more savings. Save with 0% APR financing. Save with no payments until after the holidays, and save with more for your trade. Get more and save on a vehicle you actually want. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Honda, Toyota, Mitsubishi, Kia, Mazda, Nissan, and hundreds of used vehicles. You get more at the Russ Darrow Black Friday sales event. See our largest selection of the year. Visit us at russdarrow.com.
This holiday season at the Century House. Give $50 or more to charity and get $200 off any stressless recliner with power, any stressless recliner and ottoman, or any stressless office chair. Or get $200 off each stressless sofa seat or $400 off all stressless Mayfair recliners and ottomans in all Paloma leather colors. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Welcome back. Newborns Lydia and Timothy Ridgway are already pretty famous.
They were born from embryos frozen 30 years ago. The National Embryo Donation Center says that makes them the new record holders. The previous longest frozen embryo resulting in birth was about 27 years old. Pretty amazing.
That is amazing. NASA's Orion capsule made its closest approach to the moon earlier this morning, passing about 80 miles above the lunar surface. It is a monumental achievement in the mission designed to test NASA's ability to one day return astronauts to the moon. Orion is expected to travel more than 40,000 miles beyond the far side of the moon, the furthest a spacecraft intended for humans has ever traveled. On this first mission, though, there are no astronauts on board.
NASA looks at the Artemis program as really a two-phase sort of thing. One, test technology and procedures in order to eventually go to Mars. And two, look for resources you can mine on the moon to make exploration easier and lower cost.
Orion blasted off last week atop the most powerful moon rocket NASA has ever built. If this first Artemis mission is successful, astronauts are slated to head to the moon as early as 2024. After lapping the moon, the Orion capsule is expected to turn back toward Earth and splash down in the Pacific Ocean near San Diego on December 11th.
Well, stocks started a short trading week with a loss. The Dow Industrials fell 45 points, closing at 33,700. The NASDAQ gave up 21 points, or 121 points, that is, and the S&P 500 was off 15. Well, a lot of people went to the movies over the weekend.
Some people saw some good films, others not so great. Here's our film critic Will Loper with the Loper Report.
Hey, Mark and Susan. Black Panther Wakanda Forever was the box office champ once again, while newcomer The Menu sizzled up a respectable $9 million.
Welcome. We'll endeavor to make your evening as pleasant as possible.
Welcome to Hawthorne. Rafe Fiennes chews up the scenery as a renowned chef serving a lavish meal to a group of people on an island.
He's not just a chef, he's a storyteller.
When the evening takes a dark turn, is it part of the experience or is something else going on?
This menu.
The pictures, they're of us.
this guest list. How did he get these?
It's not good.
The film is an entertaining and thrill-filled ride from start to finish, poking fun at the fine dining experience.
We now offer you a 45-second head start. Okay.
Although events don't get quite as shocking or wild as the trailer seems to suggest, you'll still have a delectably good time watching this movie. The menu is worth seeing.
It's all part of the menu.
Also new in theaters and coming in at 6th place with a disappointing $2 million is She Said.
What have you got? I was told that the wrongdoing in Hollywood is overwhelming.
The film recounts the real-life events of two journalists, played by Carey Mulligan and Zoe Kazan, as they break the story of Harvey Weinstein and the years of allegations surrounding him.
The only way these women are going to go on the record is if they all jump together.
Although the events in the film are still recent, She Said is nonetheless as compelling as ever to watch as the story unfolds. Although the film doesn't quite reach the heights of investigative journalism films like All the President's Men or Spotlight, it is still absolutely worth seeing and an important watch as well.
Go right. It's time to write.
Over on streaming services, newly streaming on Netflix is the series 1899.
6 hours ago, we received a message. We believe this comes from the Prometheus.
You think the passengers, they're still alive?
From the makers of Dark comes a new mystery aboard a ship crossing the Atlantic.
None of this makes any sense.
Newly streaming on Hulu is the series Fleischman is in Trouble.
Toby was forced to ask the question that occurred to him nearly every few minutes since his separation. How did I get here?
Jesse Eisenberg stars as Toby, recently divorced and going through a midlife crisis.
I did not become a doctor to get rich, okay? I did it to live a meaningful life. Money doesn't buy you happiness.
Oh, Toby, of course it does. What, are you crazy?
And streaming on HBO Max is the documentary Santa Camp.
So, we have a lot of new Santas.
I want to be able to be Black Santa for other families. I'm going to be going up to New Hampshire to learn all the ins and outs of being Santa.
The doc shows us that Santa can come in any shape, size, or color.
I want to show everyone that I am the real Santa.
It's his dream.
For Live at 4, I'm Will Lover.
I am not the warm-up act for Santa. Now it's my turn.
Looks pretty good.
There is literally something for everything, for everyone in that mix.
Lots going on
Yeah.
there. Thank you, Will. There's more to come at 4. We'll meet our Pet of the Week from the Dane County Humane Society.
We'll meet Bon Secours. That's an interesting name. A 3-month-old puppy. Oh, look at that face.
That's a face.
That's coming up after Julian's forecast.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
You didn't live this strong, this long, to get put on the shelf like a porcelain doll. But 1 out of 2 women over 50 will suffer a fracture from osteoporosis. You should know you can build new bone with Evenity for postmenopausal women with osteoporosis at high risk for fracture. Ask your doctor if you can do more than just slowing down bone loss with Evenity. Want stronger bones? Then build new bone. Evenity can help in just 12 months. Evenity is proven to reduce spine fracture risk by 73%.
Evenity can increase risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a cardiovascular problem. Do not take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions and low blood calcium have occurred. Tell your doctor about jawbone problems, as they have been reported with Evenity, or about pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred.
Don't let a break put you on a shelf. Talk to your doctor about building new bone with Evenity.
An official message from Medicare.
Often, things look the same. Exactly the same. Until you take a closer look. At Medicare.gov, you can easily compare Medicare plans and see the real difference. Find a plan that offers you more or saves money. Wouldn't that be nice? Plans change every year. So can your health. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Compare now at Medicare.gov.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This is the house that angels built. Attic Angels Senior Living Community is built on a foundation of authentic, local care. A framework for living well. Windows to take in the beautiful future. And is crowned by the pride that one's home is one's castle. This is the house that angels built. Attic Angel Community. Independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living. Built with the help of angels.
Well, take a look at this. It's a pairing you didn't know you needed. But Patrick Mahomes met up with actor Henry Winkler after the Chiefs' victory over the Chargers Sunday night in Los Angeles. Winkler had tweeted that he was finally going to meet one of his heroes. Winkler, of course, simply known throughout the civilized world as the Fonz, says he looked up to Mahomes, who's also known as the Grim Reaper, Showtime, Magic Man, the musician, the gunslinger, and Mahome Boy since the player's college days.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's so nice.
Oh, man.
And Winkler, the Fonz came to Madison a lot because his daughter went to school here.
That's right.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. We like the Fonz.
Yeah.
You're back?
You're back from sick leave.
Yeah, it's been, that was a long week, but now we're better.
The flu got you. Now you're feeling better.
The flu got me. I'm feeling better, but I still sound a little worse, but we're making it through.
It's okay.
Yeah, I got the energy.
As long as you feel okay.
We're so glad you're back.
And nice weather to come back, too.
Absolutely, especially after such a frigid weekend.
Yeah.
Man, things are going to be looking up for us, especially as we get closer and closer to Turkey Day. We'll talk about this coming up with the First One forecast after the break.
My name is Adrienne, and I was hurt in a car accident. What Gruber Law Office has done for me was made me feel safe. It didn't cost me anything, just one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
This is Connie Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. While things have changed, it's still necessary for families to stay connected. And when it comes to the loss of a loved one, it's important to process and grieve and honor your loved one in a way that keeps everyone safe. We're doing this through intimate services and private virtual streaming so your family can be part of the service no matter where they are. Ryan Funeral Homes are here with your safety in mind and compassionate care in your time of need.
Change it up and choose Dutch Boy for Menards. Get the best quality Dutch Boy paints at the best prices. Pick out the perfect color. We offer free custom color matching and tinting to create thousands of color options. And with Dutch Boy's easy opening, smooth pouring container, and no prep, no prime formula, transforming your home has never been easier. Save 11% on all Dutch Boy paints. Now, during Menards' last 11% off in 2022.
Save big money at Menards.
How do you use your energy? Inspiring a spark of creativity? Working hard to reach your goals? Thinking outside the box to bring your vision to life? At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power, we're thinking about a brighter future. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
When I got hurt in the accident, my first call was to Gruber Law Offices. Gruber Law Offices in general were there to support me. They take care of everything. You don't need to worry. You're in good hands with Gruber.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, we got a nice little pleasant start to our new work week, which is going to be leading into Thanksgiving. If temperatures into the 40s, but we are going to be seeing another cold front rolling its way in overnight, which is going to be dropping us back below freezing, but it's going to be more close to seasonable for this time of year. But outside of it, folks, we are looking for a trend of more dry conditions as high pressure system continues to move its way and settle into the upper Midwest, which is going to be leading to some smooth sailing in the days to come. But for tonight, we're looking at temperatures to bottom out around 21 degrees for us. It's going to be a bit colder than it was last night. We are looking for cloud cover to start to build as we continue into the later hours as well. 21 degrees for Madison, 23 in Janesville, and 24 for Platteville. So many of us are going to be below the mid-20s as we head into tonight for our low temperatures. And for tomorrow, we're going to be pretty similar to today. We're looking at our high temperatures to be around 40 degrees in Madison, with 43 in Janesville and 42 in Fort Platteville. Again, plenty of sunshine, still going to be rather dry, and we are also not going to be looking at too much in terms of winds to be a factor for us. We don't have to worry too much about wind chills you're heading out the door for tomorrow. As we can see tonight, the cloud cover is going to start to build in, and heading out the door tomorrow morning, we'll start to see temperatures still into the lower 20s, mid-20s for some areas, but then the winds are not going to be too much of a factor, so just make sure you're bundling up, but at least the wind chill is still going to be dealable. Now, as we head into the lunchtime hour, we'll start to see the upper 30s for us here in Madison, a couple of 40s just for Boscobel and Lone Rock, and then as we get into the rest of our Tuesday evening, we'll start to see those temperatures really peak around 3 o'clock for us and then fall once again as we get into our Tuesday nights, but it's still going to be rather manageable. We're going to be into the upper 20s for us heading into our overnight hours, transitioning into Wednesday. Then cloud cover in itself will start to creep its way back in for us as we head out the door for Wednesday morning, but we're still looking at temperatures to still be around the seasonal point, which is into the middle to upper 20s for us around this time of year. Again, though, not looking at much in terms of precipitation, so it's going to be a dry, even though a cloudy part of the week as we get into the back end. It's taking a look at Thanksgiving in itself. As of right now, we could see a couple of stray showers, but it's mainly going to be dry for almost all of us as we get into our Thanksgiving, which is great news. We're going to look at no impacts for our travel as we get into the holidays. So our 3 things we're going to need to know is going to stay dry throughout the rest of this week. Could see a couple of showers, but it's best going to go into our Thursday afternoon. Outside of it, temperatures are going to stay near or above seasonable over the next couple of days as we see temperatures within the 40s, really going to peak on Thursday into the upper 40s for us. Then even heading into the weekend, still stabilizing into the 40-degree range for us until we get into next week. We are looking for the upper 30s around Monday, and then potentially could see a bit more showers, which could be rain or even snow later into next week, guys.
All right, a little break from all the winter. Yes. All right, it's time for Potentially Yours, and Lisa Bernard from the Dane County Humane Society is here. Who do we have here?
Hi, Lisa. Hello, this is Bon Secours.
That's an interesting name.
A very interesting name. It apparently means good work, and it's a town in Alabama where he's from in Alabama. Well, he's from Alabama. They named him after the town. So he came up a couple weeks ago on a transfer in search of a new home. He's 3 months old.
He is so involved in the treats. We're trying to get his little face to come up because he's got such a sweet face.
Definitely going to be treat motivated here, which he was learning how to sit as we were giving him treats.
So he's, what, 3 months old?
3 months old, so he's a puppy. He still needs to learn his puppy manners.
Hi. What is he? I mean, almost like a Roddy face.
But he's more like a hound type. So I think they think he's a mountain cur mix.
Oh, so, interesting. He's got long legs.
Very long legs.
He's going to be a tall
sweet
one.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at you. Ooh.
And he was in quite a big litter.
He was. He has 10 siblings. About 5 of them have been adopted again, maybe 6. So yeah.
And there are still
a few left.
Still a few left.
Yep. So including him. He's got a few sisters left too. So soft.
And he's very good.
Yes.
I mean, he's just kind of playful, but he's not really barking or, you know. But
he wants treats, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, let's watch. He just learned how to sit right on our couch.
Can you sit? Nope. Sit. No.
Now he's like, no.
Can you fall off the couch? All right, next Tuesday is Giving Tuesday.
Yes, it's Giving Tuesday, and we are hoping people will keep us in mind for Giving Tuesday. We have a matching challenge from several of our donors. They want to challenge people to donate, and so from Saturday, the 26th through the 29th, your donation will be doubled.
That is great.
So it'll go a lot further when you donate. So
GiveShelter.org/GT. Giving Tuesday.
Yes.
Got it. Last week's bet, duct tape.
Got adopted.
Oh, what a shock.
Yeah, that was another priceless one.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, who's that?
That's duct tape.
Oh my gosh. No, he's not your sibling.
All right, Bon Secours.
Bon Secours is available. Come visit him. He can't wait to find his new home so he could give kisses and snuggles.
Plenty of treats.
Tons of treats. Have those ready. Yes.
So cute. All right, go to GiveShelter.org for information on him. And hi.
He's a lover.
Thank you.
He is.
Happy Thanksgiving, Lisa. Great to see you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
We'll see you next time. Good luck, buddy. All right, we'll be coming up here on Live before we go back to Qatar. Qatar? Qatar.
Yep.
To look at the significance of today's earliest World Cup game, England versus Iran.
And then coming up next hour at 5, law enforcement in Columbia County recovered a stolen deer over the weekend, thanks to some help from Facebook users. We'll tell you all about it coming up tonight at 5.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
At Honda, we know you have to drive through the mud if you want to reach the rainbow. Brave the desert before you find the oasis. Conquer the mountain to see how far your dreams can take you. The all-new CR-V and CR-V Hybrid, part of the Honda line of rugged vehicles.
When we make decisions to better ourselves, we can better the forest too, like using products made from paper. So whether you're journaling, hydrating, or refueling, do it with paper. And know that your choices help our forests flourish.
Hey, do you want to join our rewards program? Collect hot dog points to unlock access to our VIP lounge.
That doesn't seem very...
rewarding. With the BMO Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward for every month you save.
Wait, so you're going to reward me for saving my own money?
You got it. A little incentive to help you get into the habit of saving.
That sounds great, but do you have VIPs?
Yeah, absolutely. We call them customers.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity, using less or a lot less oral pain medicines, and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
It's sauna season at Bachman Pools and Spas.
At Bachman Pools and Spas, we carry the exclusive Finleo sauna in both infrared and traditional styles.
6 saunas on display and dozens ready for delivery.
Saunas are the ideal way to relieve stress, soothe body aches, and feel invigorated.
Black Friday specials at Bachman's going on now.
For a limited time, pay by credit card to take an additional 10% off. Who does that?
Or get 0% financing for 60 months with approved credit.
Relax, it's Bachman's.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
New at 5, the U.S. men's soccer team battles in the 2022 World Cup. We'll see the local pride at a neighborhood watch party.
Our holiday week is starting off on a dry and a seasonable start for us, but could that stick around? We'll break down the 3 things you'll need to know coming up tonight.
A student housing squeeze left UW offering students $5,000 free food or free housing just to stay out of the dorms. This coming up at 6.
Given the weather satellite has been, we ended up where? Washington, D.C., apparently.
That's a beautiful shot.
It is. 46 degrees and clear in the nation's capital.
All the monuments, I think, are even prettier at night.
Look at the traffic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's rush hour.
Yep. Well, the World Cup quickly turned political today with players and fans from Iran bringing protests to the field.
Tina Kraus reports.
The uprising in Iran spilled out at the World Cup in Qatar. Iranian soccer stars stood silently as their national anthem played, and many in the crowd booed.
The reaction from Iranian supporters to their own national anthem was telling.
Iranians used the World Cup to bring their anger to the world stage amid a violent government crackdown on protesters back home.
You cannot believe that the regime, they are killing kids, children in the high school, in the street.
Nationwide demonstrations erupted in Iran after a young woman held for not wearing her headscarf correctly died in police custody in September. Since then, human rights activists say security forces have killed more than 400 people and arrested thousands. Fans at Monday's match against England showed support, wearing the three demands of the protest: women, life, freedom. At a press conference Sunday, Iran's captain told reporters, "We have to accept the conditions in our country are not right. Our people are not happy. I hope conditions change." Soccer officials want players to focus on the sport, but for some, politics is making its way to the field. Tina Kraus, CBS News.
And human rights activists in Iran say more than 50 children have been in the crackdown across the country. Well, it's time for a News 3 tradition, Thanksgiving recipes with nutritionist Donna Weihoffen.
This year, we get to sit down and have dinner with Donna. Stay tuned. Live at 4 continues in just a minute.
There's a difference in a small town where family values still hold true. Welcome to the Portage Furniture Store. We ventured back to Portage and look at who we found, the two Ayers brothers, Austin and Aaron. It's good to see you guys.
Welcome back.
So how is business? How is life?
Business has been great. You know, it's been very busy for both of us. A couple new kiddos in the past year. So no, but business has been doing great.
I know you really want to give a shout out to all of the people around this area that shop local, that choose to come right here to Cook Street to see the two of you.
Obviously, first and foremost, we're so appreciative of our customers, and there's just been such a strong sentiment to shop local, shop small, support family business. And I guess with the inventory, we've been very blessed. We've got a packed showroom, trucks coming in every week. We've really, we're running out of places to put everything. We're in good shape.
I feel like there's such a difference in the customer's mood when they walk in. They don't have that anxious feeling of, oh gosh, here comes the salesperson coming over to talk to me. Why is that so different here?
We put a major emphasis on no pressure shopping. Our salespeople, they're fantastic. They're going to be there when you need them, but they're going to let you, try everything out, and they're going to leave you alone, let you relax.
So all these years later, the big question is, there still the Portage Furniture free delivery?
Yep, absolutely. Still the free delivery. Going to bring it right into your home, set it up, make it perfect for you. They'll even cook you dinner or sing a song for you if you need. They're just fantastic.
That's that small, local, family feel business mentality. You can't replicate it, right?
We're the Ayers family.
From the Portage Furniture Store, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
It's a fact. 2 out of 3 Americans who qualify for Medicare do not receive all the benefits they deserve. You could be missing out. Now, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield introduces a free Medicare plan checkup to make sure you receive all the benefits you qualify for in 2023. Call 1-855-597-0884 today and receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium. Benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. And to help you stay healthy at home, you can have free prescription drug delivery, online doctor visits 24/7, and free exercise classes. You can even receive money towards over-the-counter health items. Call 1-855-597-0884 today and feel confident you have all the benefits you deserve for 2023. You can receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium, like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. Call 1-855-597-0884 and make sure you're not missing out.
And a quick update on our traffic. Still rather smooth along the Beltline and for the interstate as we continue closing in on the 5 p.m. commute for us. So everything's rather clean for right now as we get into the rest of our traffic. Outside of that, let's go ahead and toss it back to you guys.
All right. Thanks, Julian. Denmark's Tivoli Gardens, one of the oldest amusement parks in the world, has opened for the Christmas season with lights, festive cheer, and, of course, Santa Claus. The 179-year-old tourist attraction is decked out with hundreds of spruce trees, miles of garlands, and thousands of Christmas baubles, making it a magical place. One day, I'd get there.
Yes.
Well, Thanksgiving is a time for families to make memories through long-honored traditions.
Our News 3 family has been doing that for over 3 decades.
Nutritionist Donna Wyoffen is celebrating her Thanksgiving with us, and she's sharing her amazing recipes for all of you. Here we are, Thanksgiving 2022. Donna, how many years has this been?
You want to guess?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, we are so thankful for you, Donna. This is such a special tradition.
I wonder if our viewers could guess how many years it would be.
How many years is it?
31.
Wow.
But I see people in the grocery store all the time. I say, are you going to do it again? Yeah, I'm going to do it again.
And this time we're going to eat.
We are. I have the whole Thanksgiving turkey and all the sides ready for us.
It's like something out of a magazine.
It absolutely does. It's
Town and country.
Beautiful.
Okay.
So, what's the secret for a good bird?
Well, this is a little one because we're kind of a little group today. So this is only 12 pounds. But the secret is that you have to get it thawed out, and then you have to, look on the instructions and bake it at 325. And I use 2 thermometers, one in the thigh and one in the breast, to make sure that it's done. The worst thing in the world is to bring your turkey to the table and it's not done. So it's 165 in the breast, and in the thigh it's 170 to 180.
Okay.
So that's how you find out. And I can tell it's juicy.
How long did it take you to cook a 12-pound turkey?
This one only took 3 hours.
Oh, that's great.
So if you have a small group and you're not good at leftovers, do that. You don't have to get up so early in the morning, and that's all you have to do.
Or you could just get a turkey breast.
Yeah.
But I got to have a drumstick.
Yeah, and look, this is prettier.
It is prettier.
And it makes better gravy. So, anyway.
Speaking of gravy.
Yes, what did I make my gravy? What am I going to make my gravy from? Last year, we had a turkey, and I saved the broth, and this is from last year, 2021, and this is what I'm going to make the family gravy from this year.
Let's have a seat.
And pass some of these beautiful dishes.
Okay, yes.
Donna, this all looks spectacular.
Great. We'll start with mashed potatoes.
Great places. We've got a little turkey already served.
Turkey's on our plate. And these are the make-ahead mashed potatoes that are so famous in the Madison area because of Channel 3.
They really are. Everybody I know makes these mashed potatoes.
I'm taking a little of everything because I see quite a bit coming.
Well, the reason this is so popular is because you make all of this ahead of time.
Right. I made that 2 days ahead.
Everything you made except the turkey?
Everything is made ahead except the turkey, what we're going to serve today.
All right. What else do we have?
Okay, now these are sweet potatoes and apples and cranberries. And I made that yesterday and baked it, and then I just warmed it up this morning.
What's the sauce?
The sauce is brown sugar and butter.
Oh, it's a healthy dish.
But it's not marshmallows, and it's colorful, and it has the cranberries incorporated in it.
This looks like Thanksgiving on a plate.
Yeah, that's a new recipe, so that'll be really good.
And you don't expect it to be warm?
It is warm. It can be kind of room temperature or warm. And for a salad, this is a Waldorf salad, but it's a little bit different than the normal one because my family doesn't like mayonnaise very well. So I made it with lemon yogurt and a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of sour cream, just a touch of Dijon, and a touch of peach jam. Can you imagine that kind of combination?
It sounds delicious.
But it is, and it doesn't have that mayonnaise flavor.
A Waldorf salad is apples, walnuts.
Yes, and I did put pears in here.
Pears?
And I think that goes much better with a turkey than like a green salad. Who wants to have a great big green salad on Thanksgiving?
That doesn't go with turkey.
No, that doesn't go. So this goes very well with a turkey. Instead of making it with the cream of mushroom soup that everybody does, which is good, and you can do that too. I made a really wonderful cheese sauce.
Oh,
and
that's a good idea.
I made that ahead of time too, and I just warmed it up this morning, and then I warmed the beans, and then you can put the onion rings on top, or you could just put some breadcrumbs on top if you're not into onion rings.
What kind of cheese?
I used cheddar, but whatever cheese you like. And so it's just milk, a white sauce, a cheese sauce. But it is, I think it's so much tastier than just the
regular
green bean cake.
casserole.
Yeah, yeah. And so it's, oh, my plate is getting pretty.
Yes, it is. It is. Okay.
And the last thing is just a cranberry relish. So
look at
when you're
this.
eating this, I think you just like a little zippy taste once in a while. And so this is raw cranberries, raw apple, raw oranges, and put it in the food processor with some sugar. And so just a little bit of dip of that in the middle for a zesty taste.
Let's not forget dessert.
Well, wait. I'm going to show my plate first. Look at this. So my plate is colorful, pretty.
Yes, look at this.
And I got the drumstick.
Look, and he's got...
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you, Donna.
Can we do the pie?
Yeah, you and I always start with dessert, so we have to talk about the pie.
We'll do cheers later.
Yes, let's
how
talk
about dessert?
This is the best pumpkin pie you will ever have, because pumpkin pie is usually a little bit dense. This one's nice and fluffy, because I take the egg and separate it, and you put the egg yolk with the pumpkin, and you whip the egg white, and you fold it in, and that way that it's lighter, and then you put a streusel pecan topping on top. I made it ahead. I actually froze it, and so I made it last week. Froze it.
Pecan pumpkin pie, sort of a combo.
Yeah, I think so. And so again, it's so easy on Thanksgiving. Just cook your turkey and have those aromas in the house.
I'm trying it. I'm doing dessert first. I'm going there.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm going there.
Yeah, I'm going to do too. It's amazing.
Well, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for coming.
Here's to you.
Thank you for coming.
And all the years of doing this. It wouldn't be Thanksgiving without you. We love you, Donna. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dig in. And then afterwards, we all sat down. There's our producer, Matt.
That is our producer. Yeah, so everybody gets a chance to meet him. And there's our chief photographer, Mike Van Susteren, and our executive producer, your brother,
Big brother Steve
Kane.
That's the group.
We're all looking at the wrong camera. That's poetic.
There you go. That sort of sums it up.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, Donna. Happy Thanksgiving. Well, the final check of your forecast coming up.
This holiday season at the Century House. Give $50 or more to charity and get $200 off any stressless recliner with power, any stressless recliner and ottoman, or any stressless office chair. Or get $200 off each stressless sofa seat or $400 off all stressless Mayfair recliners and ottomans in all Paloma leather colors. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Get a $500 cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. Plus, current Chevy owners can get an additional $2,500 loyalty cash and unlock your code to claim $500 Chevy Cyber Cash.
Some numbers are inspiring, some playful, some worth celebrating. After an accident, there's one critical number that helps you get your life back by factoring in your needs for today and tomorrow. That's where Habish and Rotier's numbers really add up, with over 90 years of client successes and 13 offices to help you wherever you are. No other personal injury law firm is better suited to get the amount that's right for you.
Right now, score the lowest prices of the year at Brothers Maine. You won't find lower prices anywhere. And enjoy our free delivery. Shop family-owned Brothers Maine's low price guarantee on brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
New at 5, we join local soccer fans as they cheer for the U.S. men's soccer team. Amongst the excitement of the matches, how are the enthusiasts enjoying the controversial World Cup host nation? That story coming up at 5.
News 3 Now Sports brings you the Badger Blueprint. Join us every week for an exclusive look at Wisconsin football. From the practice field to the locker room, the game day previews and highlights. Badger Blueprint, Wednesdays only on News 3 Now at 10.
And wrapping things up with our 3 things we'll need to know, it's going to be smooth sailing throughout much of this week. Temperatures are going to stay near cool, seasonable for this time of year, which means plenty of 40s are in the forecast. And on top of it, we're looking at dry conditions through Thanksgiving, but some potential showers could hit a couple of us by the time we get into our afternoon. Something we're going to monitor and talk about coming up at 5. Over to you.
All right, Julian, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live Before UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potoff will be along with the latest medical news.
And it is holiday cocktails at home. Consumer Reports shares the best cocktail shakers for perfect at-home drinks. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Hey, we're here at the local farmers market where Informed Choice Insurance Agency is offering fresh local Medicare. Hey, Joe, are you behind this whole check your zip code deal on national TV for extra Medicare benefits?
I don't know. Check your zip code.
Why would I check my zip code?
Because you're in it.
So we get a lot of calls about that guy. It's sad because your local Medicare plans already have those bells and whistles Joe promises.
Don't be fooled by national TV hype. When it comes to your Medicare options, keep it local with Informed Choice Insurance Agency, and their services are free.
You didn't live this strong, this long, to get put on the shelf like a porcelain doll. But 1 out of 2 women over 50 will suffer a fracture from osteoporosis. You should know you can build new bone with Evenity for postmenopausal women with osteoporosis at high risk for fracture. Ask your doctor if you can do more than just slowing down bone loss with Evenity. Want stronger bones? Then build new bone. Evenity can help in just 12 months. Evenity is proven to reduce spine fracture risk by 73%.
Evenity can increase risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a cardiovascular problem. Do not take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions and low blood calcium have occurred. Tell your doctor about jawbone problems, as they have been reported with Evenity, or about pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred.
Don't let a break put you on a shelf. Talk to your doctor about building new bone with Evenity.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place. I'm excited to tell you about our new Wild Theory CBD products that will get you high fives from everyone you know. Wild Theory's new groundbreaking formula has higher levels of the good stuff, and it packs surprising results. Is it legal in Wisconsin? Of course. Is it potent? You bet. Will you love it? I'm sure of it. Stop by one of our Madison locations or visit findyourhealthyplace.com. Type in high five and our website will hook you up.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
In today's Final Touch, a trashy fashion show.
And that's exactly the point. The Green Fingers Wildlife Initiative Trashin' Show is an annual fashion event that celebrates creating fashion design and promotes waste reduction and sustainability. Since its inception in 2012, models are on the runway wearing outfits made from items we normally throw in the garbage. All of Africa is faced with litter problems, but in Laos, Nigeria's commercial capital and the most populous country in Africa, it's particularly bad with uncontrolled dumping of trash in many open places. The designers' elegant dresses out of the mounting plastic pollution they find on the streets, beaches, and waterways of Nigeria's booming cultural capital. Treasures out of trash. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.